Hello to everyone at Wesley Community Center. My name is Alejandra, and I'm a marriage and family therapist with Catalyst Counseling. This is part two of a video series that I created to help you support your children in developing some coping skills and some emotion regulation skills. In today's video, I will be focusing on using deep breathing exercises to help your kids manage their emotions in safe and healthy ways. And so you might be asking yourself, why deep breathing exercises? Well, what's going on is that right now, during this quarantine and during this pandemic, our children and ourselves, our children are feeling stressed out. And as I mentioned in our previous video, they might be engaging in some regressive behaviors. So I wanted to give you another strategy for your toolbox to help support your children in developing some emotion regulation. And so what happens is when our bodies and when our children are calm, what happens in their bodies is that their breathing has a normal rate. They're breathing normally, their muscles are relaxed, and they feel calm. When our children are having meltdowns and they are having throwing tantrums, they are no longer in a state of calm and have now gone into fight or flight. So, what happens during fight or flight is that their thinking brain shuts down and their animal brain turns on. Because really, fight or flight is a mechanism in our body that helps protect us from danger. So, whenever we feel stressed or we feel threatened or scared, and this could be for a number of reasons, it could be due to the pandemic, it could be because of someone yelling at you or your kids, or them just being scared about something, they go into fight or flight, which then causes them sometimes to have meltdowns, have tantrums. And so, deep breathing is helpful because what happens is when we breathe deeply into our stomachs, we activate a nerve that runs through our spine and all the way into our brain. And it basically turns our systems back online. We're sending oxygen to all of the parts in our bodies, and we are coming back from that animal, emotional brain to our logical and thinking brain. And so, deep breathing exercises are things that you can practice with your kids on a daily basis, and you can do pretty quickly. You don't have to spend a lot of time on this, and they are also exercises that can be easily done in most places because all you need really is yourself. My philosophy when I work with caregivers and parents and families in therapy is that we serve as role models, but we serve as models for how to regulate emotions. Children don't know how to do this. They developmentally are not able to do this, so they look to us to learn how to do this. And so, not only do I recommend deep breathing exercises for children, but I also recommend doing these exercises as adults. The better that you are at managing your own emotions, the better your children will be at managing their own emotions.
So I'm going to show you 3 exercises today. The first one is called box breathing, and I like it because it's really simple and it's something that you can do anywhere. I like to do it when I'm in the car just because I'm typically alone in the car. However, when I drive to work, however, right now haven't really been in the car, but anyway, box breathing, what you do is you can look around you and find something that's in the shape of a square or a box, or you can imagine it. You can close your eyes. And so, what you're going to do is you're going to inhale as you trace the top of the square or the box. You're going to pause as you trace the side. You're going to exhale as you trace the bottom, and then you're going to pause again as you trace the top. So, what it would look like, I'm going to show you what it would look like, and I'm going to do the little box, and you can just watch my breathing. So we're going to inhale through our nose. And that's it. And so that is something that you can do pretty much anywhere, and you don't have to count out loud. You don't actually have to do the finger movement, but that's just something that I did so that you can see what it looks like. Um, and I really like that one. The second one that I recommend to adults is called 4-7-8 breathing. And all you do is you breathe for a count of four. You inhale for a count of four. So, and then you pause for seven, and exhale for eight. And then you repeat. And then finally, the one that I'm going to show you now is a deep breathing exercise that I use with children. So you can use the ones that I've just showed you. However, I think for children, it's important to make it a little bit more engaging. And I think it's also nice to incorporate a little visualization. And so what I ask children to do is I ask them to pretend to hold a cupcake in front of their in their hands. And I want them to close their eyes and imagine this delicious cupcake. So then I'm going to ask them a few questions about it. I'm going to say, so what flavor is this cupcake? What kind of frosting does it have? Does it have sprinkles? It's your birthday cupcake, so I want you to imagine that there's a candle. What color is the candle? What shape is it? Does it have, is it the sparkler kind of candle? So anyway, I walk them through what this cupcake really looks like, and then I tell them that I want them to get a little bit close enough to be able to smell the cupcake. And I want them to very slowly inhale and smell. I want them to smell that cupcake. So they go, and they can smell the chocolate flavor or the strawberry or whatever flavor they chose. And then I'm going to tell them to blow out the candle gently like this. And so when you do it, you would be talking and narrating for them as they're doing it. So it would look a little bit different. But there you go. Those are some activities that you can do to promote deep breathing and emotion regulation skills with you and your kiddos and your family. As always, I hope these were helpful. If you have any questions, please send me an email at the message below, at the email address below.